He later faced false accusations and was unjustly imprisoned. From a human perspective, it looked like everything was falling apart. But through every moment, Yusuf held firm in his belief that Allah had a plan. He didn't let bitterness take root. He didn't lose hope. He continued to act with integrity, patience, and prayer. And then, as only Allah can design, the story turned. Yusuf was freed from prison, elevated to a position of power in Egypt, and reunited with his family in a beautiful reconciliation that only divine wisdom could orchestrate. His journey wasn't just a return to status, it was a return to purpose. Yusuf's faith made him not only a survivor, but a guide and leader for others. His life is a perfect embodiment of Surah At-Tawbah, verse 51. No matter what struck him, he believed it was part of what Allah had decreed, and that belief became his light through the darkness. How has your faith helped you overcome life's toughest moments? Think about a time when everything felt uncertain, yet your trust in Allah pulled you through. Maybe it was a health crisis, a loss, a major life decision, or just a moment of deep fear. What lesson from Surah At-Tawbah, verse 51, has resonated most with you? Share your reflections in the comments below. Sometimes, hearing how others have trusted Allah through difficulty is exactly what someone else needs to reignite their own faith. Together, let's build a community grounded in trust, growth, and spiritual support. Just like Yusuf's story reminds us, faith doesn't just carry us through hardship. It transforms us into people of wisdom, strength, and grace. Conclusion and final call to action. Inclusion. As we come to the end of this journey, take a moment to breathe and reflect. Surah At-Tawbah, verse 51, is more than just words on a page. It's a lifeline, a divine promise, a call to courage in times of chaos. Say, never will we be struck except by what Allah has decreed for us. He is our protector. And upon Allah let the believers rely. This verse reminds us that we are never alone. Whatever you're going through, be it heartbreak, uncertainty, loss, or confusion, know this: Allah is with you. His wisdom is greater than your worry. His mercy is more vast than your fear. If you can let this verse settle into your heart, reciting it, living it, trusting it, you will begin to see the world differently. Your problems won't magically disappear, but your perspective will shift. You'll feel grounded, resilient, guided. Every trial becomes a test. Every challenge becomes a chance. Every delay becomes a doorway. When you choose faith over fear, you choose strength over stress. You choose connection over confusion. You choose to walk in the light of divine trust. Let this verse be your anchor, in storms and stillness alike. Let it remind you that you have a protector who never leaves, never fails, and never forgets. Do you accept the 7-day challenge? Are you ready to experience what life feels like when you truly surrender to Allah's plan? Drop a comment below. How will you integrate this verse into your daily routine? What thoughts or experiences came up for you during this video? Have you ever seen your life shift when you chose to trust Allah? Your reflections might spark someone else's breakthrough. And if this message spoke to your heart, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Quranic inspiration, share this with someone who may need this reminder right now. Let's build a global community centered on faith, reflection, and real change, one verse at a time. And upon Allah let the believers rely. If this video was helpful to you, please share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you learned. Your support helps a lot to spread the message and grow this community. Barakallahu fikum. When friends sleep and even your mother doesn't answer the phone, you wonder, who's still awake? Then Ayat-Al-Kursi answers. Neither drowsiness overtakes him, nor sleep. Surah Al-Baqarah 2. 255. Not even drowsiness, not a blink, not a moment. Unlike humans, Allah never shuts his eyes. He never forgets. He never misses what happens in the dark corners of your life. Personal reflection: how many nights have you laid in bed feeling invisible? Or cried silently while everyone else slept peacefully? Maybe the pain was emotional, maybe it was financial, or maybe it was spiritual. And still, Allah saw it. Not from afar, but with a closeness that no human comfort could match. Quranic story: Maryam as and the palm tree. Maryam as, one of the most honored women in the Quran, was once in deep agony, pregnant, alone, cast out by her people. She sat beneath a palm tree in the middle of nowhere and cried out, "I wish I had died before this and was in oblivion, forgotten." Surah Maryam 19:23. But Allah hadn't turned away. He didn't wait for the morning. He didn't check back later. The Quran tells us, a voice called out to her from beneath her, "Do not grieve." Surah Maryam 19:24. Right there, beneath the tree, in the depth of her pain, Allah responded, because He never sleeps. Not when you're hurting, not when you're scared. Not ever. Real story. A mother in Gaza. In 2023, during relentless airstrikes in northern Gaza, a mother of 3 named Nawal told her story to a journalist. "Every night we thought it would be our last. No power, no sirens, no protection, except what she believed was from Allah alone. I gathered my kids into one bed, and we would recite Ayat-Al-Kursi again and again until we fell asleep. I couldn't control the planes, the bombs, or the fear. But I could speak these words, and for 18 nights, our building stood, others didn't." She described it not as luck, but as a spiritual shield. It felt like Ayat-Al-Kursi closed a door between us and what was outside. What kind of Lord never sleeps, never drifts off, never leaves His creation unguarded? Your eyes get tired, your mind needs rest, but His protection never fades, not for a second. That's the second secret hidden in this majestic verse. Secret number 2, divine vigilance. He never stops watching over you, even when you're too tired to pray, too sad to speak, or too numb to feel. He still watches, still protects. Spiritual reminder: reciting Ayat-Al-Kursi before sleeping isn't just a habit. It's placing your soul into the hands of the one who never sleeps. Have you ever felt seen by God in your darkest hour? Leave our emoji in the comments if this verse has ever felt like a door closing between you and harm. And if you're someone still waiting for that protection, scroll through the comments. Let the stories remind you, you are not unseen. Secret number 3, His knowledge encompasses all. Trust in the unseen plan. Sometimes life doesn't just hurt, it breaks you. A relationship collapses, a job disappears, a child gets sick, and the question rises, why is this happening? Then Ayat-Al-Kursi reminds us, He knows what is presently before them and what will be after them. Surah Al-Baqarah 255. Allah doesn't just see what's happening. He knows what was, what is, and what will be. He knows the weight you carry today, and the wisdom that will rise from it tomorrow. Intimate knowledge, not distant awareness. This is not cold, distant observation. It's intimate knowledge, the kind of knowing that sees your past scars, your present fear, and the future you can't imagine. It's a reminder that when your life feels like it's falling apart, Allah's plan is already falling into place. Quranic story: Yusuf A.S. From well to palace, Yusuf is, was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a well, sold as a slave, wrongfully imprisoned. For years, it must have seemed like a life ruined. But every step, every sorrow, every delay was leading him to Egypt's palace, where he'd become a trusted leader. He later told his brothers, Indeed, my Lord is subtle in what He wills. Surah Yusuf 12:100. Allah's knowledge is not just wide, it's deep. He knows how to turn every fall into a rise. Real story. Syrian refugee builds a school. In 2015, during the Syrian civil war, a man named Alman lost everything. His home was destroyed, his family scattered. That night, he fled into the dark with only a backpack and a Qur'an. He said, "The night I lost my wife and son, I sat on a hill outside Aleppo and just kept reciting Ayat-Al-Kursi. I didn't know what else to do." He thought it was the end. But years later, after arriving in Turkey and rebuilding from nothing, Ayman opened a school for refugee children. He named it An-Nur, the light. I used to ask Allah, why? Now I say, thank you, because if I hadn't lost everything, I wouldn't be who I am today. You may not see the plan, You may only see pain, but He sees both. This is the third secret in Ayat-Al-Kursi. Allah's knowledge is not just about control, it's about compassion. He knows what you've lost, but He also knows what's coming. Spiritual takeaway, trusting. Allah doesn't mean you'll always understand. It means believing that what confuses you today may complete you tomorrow. Have you ever walked through a storm with nothing but your faith? Type, "I trust the plan," in the comments if you've ever held on to hope, even when everything around you said, give up. Let's fill this section with reminders for those struggling to see the wisdom in their waiting. You never know whose storm your words might calm. Application: how to integrate Ayat-Al-Kursi into daily life. It's one thing to know the power of Ayat-Al-Kursi, but how do you make it a constant shield in your life? How do you carry that divine protection every day? Let's make it practical. Recite after every obligatory prayer. The Prophet Muhammad taught us to recite Ayat-Al-Kursi after every fard, obligatory prayer. It's a small act that invites big protection. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, in it is a verse which is the best verse in the Qur'an. It is Ayat-Al-Kursi. This verse acts as a shield that surrounds you, helping protect your day from unseen harms. Recite before sleeping. Before you close your eyes each night, recite Ayat-Al-Kursi. This verse is not just protection, it's comfort. It allows you to sleep knowing the one who never sleeps is guarding you. Place it around your home. Print Ayat-Al-Kursi and place it in your home, especially in areas where your family gathers. Whether it's in the living room, kitchen, or the kids' room, it's a constant reminder that your home is protected. Teach your children to recite it and watch as this verse becomes a part of their lives too. We often think protection comes from the things we can see. But true protection, it comes from what we can't see, the unseen worlds that work in the background to keep us safe. Now I'm challenging you. Drop a heart if you'll commit to reciting Ayat-Al-Kursi daily for the next 7 days. Let's take this challenge together. Set your reminder. Make it a part of your routine. Because this protection isn't just for today, it's for every single day that follows. Outro. Spiritual invitation plus summary. As we close, let's take a moment to reflect on the 3 secrets we've uncovered today. The throne of Allah, Al-Kursi, knowing that the one who rules the entire universe is your protector, your shield. His constant vigilance. He never sleeps, He never slumbers. Allah is always aware of your struggles, always watching over you. His infinite knowledge. His knowledge encompasses all. He knows your past, your present, and the wisdom behind the challenges you face today. Now let us ask Allah for His protection, His guidance, and His mercy in our lives. Dua. O Allah, make this verse our shield and our light, a source of protection in this life and the next. Guide us with its wisdom and keep us under your care. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to subscribe or follow for more Quranic wisdom. Together, let's continue to seek protection, peace, and guidance in the verses of the Quran. Which of these 3 secrets resonated with you the most? Type 1, 2, or 3 in the comments, and let's discuss why. If this video was helpful to you, please share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you learned. Your support helps a lot to spread the message and grow this community. Barakallahu fikum.